guys, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Natasha.
And we were wondering.
Are you free for coffee?
Welcome.
Hey guys.
Okay, Denmark's number one key to happiness. This might surprise y'all. So, Denmark is one of the happiest countries in the world, and hobbies are integral to life in Denmark. They are all about their hobbies.
I love this.
So, this author, who is, she's a professor and she's a writer, all the things.
Accredited.
She's a professor at Emory, and she's worked at IBM, Coca-Cola, all the things. So she went to Denmark to teach a class, and she watched Danes find joy in the everyday outside of work. When she returned to the US, she decided to put her theory to a test and thought it would help her take a break from her type A brain.
Okay.
She ended up trying 17 hobbies over the course of 1 year and came away from the experiment feeling stronger, braver, and more confident. Here is what she learned. So, number one, she kicked the doom scrolling habit because her hands are busy. If you're baking, you've got flour on your hands. If you're painting, you've got a paintbrush in your hands.
You're running or coloring or whatever it is.
You're busy. So she realized she had less time to doom scroll, and she was intentional about putting that time into her hobbies.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that was one good thing. Two, she learned how to bookmark her joy for the future. Okay, so she started woodworking, and she decided she likes woodworking, but she has small children. So, unless you have a dedicated shop or
time
something,
and space,
because you probably don't even want it in the house. That's one of those things you want it in another building with children. And she just realized it wasn't right now with her kids. It wasn't a good option.
Okay,
but a friend of a friend had a wood shop and invited her, like, you can use my wood shop and come hang out, work with me, and yada yada. So she took him up on it, and she decided that she did really like woodworking, but just to put it on hold in another time when
until
the kids
she had
get
the
older,
space where
she'll
she
have
could
the
do
space.
it. Okay,
the kids will be bigger, won't be
into
things.
Into
yes.
Stuff. Yeah.
So she's saying try hobbies, and even if they don't fit your current season of life, you can bookmark it for later.
Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, but I thought, well, that's her jam, really. Because you'll see later.
She's just not in the season
right
where
now.
She can do that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Okay, and she realized that one person's work is another person's stress relief.
Facts.
So
that's us. We have very different.
She's a mom with 2 kids,
little kids, right?
Younger.
Yeah,
because younger. She didn't give the ages, but they're younger. And so cooking is a
stressor
word for her, because it's always, Mom, when are we going to eat? I need a snack. I need, what time is dinner? Yeah, so that's not relaxation to her.
No.
But then one of her students found that baking was very therapeutic for her. And she mentioned it, and that she likes to do, I think it was bread is her thing, making bread.
Yes.
And so I guess she accompanied this girl. She was showing her how she bakes and yada yada. So the author found that baking was therapeutic, not cooking.
No,
just baking.
Yep.
And so that was kind of because dinner prep wasn't tied to that. Like, it wasn't I'm hungry, I need that. It's just, I just want to do
just
this
for enjoyment.
Right.
Yeah.
So she thought that, it ended up that she did enjoy it, and she understood how for some people they would see that as a stress, and other people it would be a stress relief. It's fun. Yeah. And then her example was DIY, since she loves woodworking. Like, that's enjoyable to her. Other people, not so much. So, it's kind of one man's treasure is another man's trash.
That's true.
Whatever.
That's what it is.
So,
well, that's like me. You don't want to go hiking for miles
at all. No, not hiking. Period. You can put a period on the in that sentence.
You can hike a little.
Are you saying for enjoyment?
Yes.
No. That would not be an enjoying thing. I mean, I could do it, but it wouldn't be enjoying.
Not any part of it.
No.
Why'd you say no so fast?
Because it's true. I'm telling you what I know.
No.
Number one, the climbing. I don't. No, we're just walking. I need a flat surface. Like the climbing up stuff and I don't want to do
Do
that.
you understand what hiking
Isn't
is?
that what hiking is?
But you talking about flat surfaces. That's not hiking.
Well, that's walking. So that's what I'm saying. I don't like hiking. That's why you can put a period. Like there's no part of it I like.
I said, would you like any of it? No. I'm like,
No,
how do you do so quick?
no. Okay, well, just tell me. Okay, she changed her definition of self care. This was really interesting.
Okay.
So for a long time, she was just like regular what most people think of as self care. She was
Okay.
getting manicures and pedicures and massages and all the things. Um, but she realized that making all these appointments to soothe her brain, the hobbies were a better choice because that kind of redirects her
Mm.
energy and her brain.
Because you're still being type A when
Right.
you're making all those
Well,
appointments.
and the point, this is
Okay.
what I always think. Now, this is true. I mean, I enjoy all that stuff, but if it's something that I need to maintain and have to have a regular appointment, that's something I have to budget. That, I don't do that lightly because
That's
you,
true.
you have a
That's true.
finite amount of time.
That's true.
And when it gets to be, oh my God, I've got to make an appointment or my
That's
appointment is
true.
this week or whatever, that's a stressor for me
Well,
too.
it's just another appointment, to be
Right.
honest.
And something else to maintain.
It's something else to
Like
maintain.
there's
That's true.
all the things to maintain. Um, so she started redirecting her energy instead of doing those appointments to her hobbies.
Mm.
So, um, as a general rule, she feels you need one hobby for your brain, one hobby for just being creative,
Okay.
and one hobby to keep yourself in shape.
Hiking.
Her things are mahjong is for her brain.
Okay.
The DIY is just her creativity. She
Okay.
just enjoys that. And tennis is her third.
Oh, okay.
It's her,
Okay.
for being
Her
fit.
physical activity
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
but that's a good model there.
Yeah.
Okay, she felt less lonely. So
Okay.
America is facing a loneliness problem, and you've all seen that on the news. It's an epidemic. But hobbyists find community.
That's so true.
So there's all kinds of leagues and teams
Yes.
and
And I don't care what it is.
yeah. So she is in a tennis team with 30 moms. So these are women
Oh,
that
okay.
there's 20 moms for a total of 53 kids under 13.
Oh,
So
Lord.
they have that in common, these young children. And so she just, she likes to hang out. They have so much in common with the
Yeah.
kids and with the things. So that's
Oh, that's
her.
kind of a double thing too.
Yeah, she's
Because
getting
you
her.
all have kids. You all have kids under this age. You're all moms. You're all managing
You're in
schedules.
the same
Like even
season of
outside of
life.
tennis, you have so many things in
Yeah,
common.
yeah.
Oh, that's
So,
pretty genius. I like that.
and with games, if you play bridge or mahjong or bunko used to be real
Hmm.
popular. Usually that's a group of women or men and that meet at certain times, once a week or whatever. So you have these set times to be social, and that's a good
Yeah,
thing.
it
And
is.
to meet people, and over cards, over a game, you talk, you
Yes.
get a big sense of community, and probably solve a lot of the world's problems. It's
Yes.
just a good thing to do. Okay, she stopped dreading small talk. So she hated, just and not
That's that
she's
type
saying
A.
that
That's what that is.
she wasn't even bad at it. It just I don't want to
It
do
just
it
annoyed
kind of.
her.
It's just kind of annoying.
That is
So
so
she found herself once she understood about hobbies. So that's kind of what you lean into with a person, asking about their hobbies. And they're so quick to share and so willing to share
funny.
about what they enjoy and what they're doing. Um, and so she she is on the tennis team. She has a standing mahjong game every week, and she and her kids are learning golf.
Oh my
So
gosh.
she went
I love
from
this.
being stressed and doing anything to all
This
this
leisurely.
sense of community. She's gotten more healthy, I'm sure. I
Oh
mean, she
yeah.
doesn't say that, but if you're playing tennis, it probably, I don't know how often, but
Yeah, but tennis,
frequently,
golf.
golf. She's so all these things. So she has really found her little happy
I
spot.
love that.
I do too, and
Oh my
I
gosh. And
love
then
that
golf with
people.
your kids.
I know, and
I want to
whatever
look
it
this
is,
up.
it can be anything. People are into scrapbooking. Used to be, and there's still people that really love that.
Hmm.
There's so many hobbies that you can do, and I think her little system is a good
It
one.
is. It
Like
is.
just creative pursuits, something
Something
for
for
your
your brain.
mind,
Yep.
and
And then
something
health.
health, which
Yeah,
is that's awesome.
that is.
That's a
And
good
then
thing.
you're so encouraged to do it because you're with a group.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and you have someone to do it with.
Yes.
Sometimes you're interested in something, and you don't really have anybody
To
to
do it
do
with
with.
you. Yeah.
Like I would love to play golf, and I remember telling a friend who she plays golf and her husband plays golf.
Okay.
The thing with golf for me, I am not a competitive person. Well, really, golf is competing with yourself,
It is.
but you have to have people when you're learning who are patient while you
Yes.
learn.
So
Now,
that you
she
gain an
volunteered her
understanding.
husband, but I didn't take him up on because I didn't want to make an enemy. But she said, "Oh, he said he'd teach you. He's cool. He is a nice guy, and he probably would be very cool." But I think you have to find the right people to
Yeah, I can
engage in
say that.
the hobby with.
Whatever the hobby
Because if
is.
you are not competitive and you
Yeah.
get around a bunch of folks that are, and
Yes.
they're fussing at you, so that's not
That's not
fun
going to
to
work.
me.
Yeah.
So you have to find people. You have to find your people. So she did with her
Like Teddy
tennis.
in basketball.
So just all the,
Lisa, shout out to Lisa's son who is competitive like me.
oh, he is.
He is not his mama's child with
Yes,
that.
he's very competitive. He
Put
would,
up those Harry
he,
Potter books.
he would yell at the kids he was playing with because they were not that into it. And
They're
he
like
was like,
reading.
what? We're behind. And one kid was on the side. This is like a sixth grade,
I ain't
like,
mad at
what
Teddy.
are you doing?
Put that book up and let's play some
Yeah.
basketball.
So I'd probably be like that kid, like, oh, is it time?
I would be so angry.
But
I
yeah, so
but
find
that's
your
why that's
people.
not what we do together. We don't do anything super competitive.
No. Well, the sports thing, people tend to be competitive, so you have to find the right sport. Like
Yeah, someone
my
who this is
bowling,
leisurely.
I can do bowling, which would be so fun to me. A bowling league would
That
be
would be
so fun.
fun.
Golf would be fun with the right people. I think you have to find the right
The right people.
foursome
Yes,
to
yes.
do
I
it with.
agree. I
But
agree.
yeah, just so fine. Get out, try a few things. We've talked about this before. There's so many classes and
There
free
are.
stuff around. Just kind of experiment, which is what this woman did. 17
And
different things
I
over
would
the
say
course of a year.
too,
She got out there,
she
didn't she?
did. And I would say if you are thinking like, no, I'm an introvert, okay, I can see that, but you can still do a lot of these.
Well,
Honestly, there's an introverted way to do all of these.
well, I think too, you will realize you're not so introverted when you're around people that
Correct.
with doing things that
That
you
share
enjoy.
this
Yes.
you have this
Yeah.
commonality.
So
I
you
can agree
that
with
kind
that.
of brings you out of
I can agree with
your
that.
shell.
That's true.
So, um good luck. Let us know what you
Yes.
try or do, and if you're happier and less lonely.
I don't know how you
Could not be.
could not be. Just the happier part. And guys, let's face it, blood pressure, cholesterol, all of these different things that we make worse every day. Because a lot of the stuff you eat and you drink, it's because you're sad or anxious or whatever it is.
Hmm.
Um, People don't realize how many people are caffeine addicted, not for the energy, but just
Because that's what you
you're
do.
what you do, and then that puts you in a constant state of angst. So I think if you have something for your health, something for just joy, and just for your brain, at least you're not always working.
Oh
Because
yeah.
we live in a culture where it's just you just hustle 24
It's
7. You're
yeah,
just
it's a
never.
hamster
It
wheel.
is.
So
It
that
is.
helped her get off of that. And it puts things in place. She had mentioned that she found out that some of the hobbies of her fellow professors, and it like I don't know the exact example, but it was kind of like if there was somebody like a philosophy, professor or some econ professor, somebody that did something very,
Yeah.
you know, uh,
And it's like, oh, I love knitting. You're like,
right.
what?
And they were like really into this hobby that
Yeah.
was very kind of odd for that type of person.
For that.
And
Yeah.
she was so amazed
For how
and
you perceive them to
right.
be.
And how that just breaks down so many walls and barriers. You're getting to know people,
Yes,
and
on a
people are
different level.
so multifaceted
Yes, they're more
that they,
complex than
yeah.
what you see
And
on
so
the
that was real
surface.
interesting to her. So,
Did we share her name? I don't think we
oh
did.
no, I didn't, y'all.
That's okay. I'll put it in the
I'll
notes.
find it.
I'll put
But
it in the notes.
she is a professor at Emory
Okay.
in Atlanta.
Okay.
So,
Oh, okay.
and it was on Yahoo or one of
We
the
found it
little things.
on
But
the
it's,
World Wide Web.
yes, on the www. But I thought it was so
No, it is
interesting.
cool. It
It
is.
is
And
cool.
we both like to color. That's kind of one of our things that like relaxes us. And even my son, that's his thing. Like, not that he loves to color. I think he likes the process of, let me sit at the table. I'm gonna get my crayons. I'm gonna pull a book. I'm gonna pick this page. Like, I
That
think
little alone
he
time
likes the
too.
setup as much as the actual coloring.
I could see that.
And I do too. I'm very like, well, here's my color pencils. Here's this. This is what I'm gonna
But you
do.
remember, y'all don't. She don't remember. Never mind. Y'all, fellow boomers in the '70s when
I
I
wasn't here
was a
yet.
child, but um, well, yeah, a child. I was in high school in the '70s, but crafts were really big, like macrame,
Yes,
like
because they all kind of made a
leather.
resurgence.
Yes,
Yes,
leather
yeah.
work.
That was a heavy
Um,
craft, a heavy leisure
it was,
time.
oh,
That's
knitting
true.
and crocheting,
Yes.
now, which is, now you guys have seen, people are doing the
Oh, the
little
granny
granny
squares.
squares like
Honey, it's
vests,
everywhere. But
shoes,
that's,
all kinds of things.
and people think it's
But we
new.
used to make purses and
Yes.
afghans and things. There were it was crafting was really big then. Decoupage, oh my god,
Yes.
I love
Yeah.
decoupage.
Yeah.
There was a lot that we
Yeah.
did kind of, and I remember enjoying it so much. Just,
Yeah.
and I um had a class in high school. I had several classes, but there was like painting classes.
Yes.
I made a really belt,
Yes.
pretty belt that, and belts were in
Oh, yeah. The
then,
leather belts were the
because the
jam.
jeans, and
Yes.
so I did kind of a hand tooled fancy belt, and there was so many things, and it was so enjoyable.
Well,
So that,
balance was a thing back
but it kind of lost its.
then.
There was a little scrapbook
Boom.
dab
There
boom,
was.
but it
And
kind
there
of,
was a leather boom.
was it
There was,
okay?
because that's my aunt's, and that can get very expensive. But that is my aunt's thing. Like, when that kind of resurfaced, she was like, "Oh, I used to do this in high school. I made a purse, I made a belt," and then she started doing it again.
Well, and a few years ago, painting furniture was big.
It
It
was.
still is
Lisa's
kind of.
good
I
at it, y'all.
love doing
I
that.
don't want to
I
do
love
that.
doing that. It's a big project, but I do
Mm.
enjoy doing that. So find your jam and find your people that love your
That love
jam
your
and
jam.
do it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, loves. Thank you all for.
Oh no, let us be your wingman.
I was gonna ask you. I
Yes,
thought we
I
had
have
it.
it. Okay, this kind of ties into this. This is another.
Which
This
one
could
did you
be a
pick?
hobby. Um, Try an afternoon or even a weekend if you're adventurous and if y'all's relationship is to
Is
that point,
there? Yeah. Don't go nowhere with no
to go
strangers.
thrifting. So, um, in Texas, we have Canton First Monday Trade Days,
Yes, which is
which is,
huge.
I think, is the biggest in the country,
It
the
was at one
biggest flea
point.
market. I believe it is. And we have Round Top, which is a twice a year event where thousands of people flood into this little town that usually just has like 98
Oh
people
yeah,
or
it's not a
something.
lot.
So, but they have beautiful Airbnbs and little boutique hotels to stay. And if you live in Austin or Houston, you can do
Yeah,
it in the
you,
day.
both
But
of them are
if you're
easy.
going further, you probably have to stay. But and if you don't live in Texas, there's antique malls,
Oh
there's flea
yeah,
markets, there's stuff. So it's so much fun, and you never know what you'll find.
and you may learn something about them.
Yes, you bring cash and get ready to bargain. Be polite. Would you take X Y
X amount.
Z,
Yeah,
or can you go any lower? Be nice. Don't offend anybody, and just go with no agenda. Have an open eye, and you might find a little treasure. It's so
just
fun.
dilly dally. That's
Now, I don't know if it's your jam. Ask them, but it can be really really fun.
and they may not know. You may not know. I say go try it. There's always food.
Oh yeah, there's always
There's always
good
food.
fair
There's always stuff like
food.
that. So
There's what else do they have? Oh, at Canton, there's puppies.
there
there's,
is.
there's all kind.
When
I
I
mean,
say there's all kind of
kittens.
shit, there's
There's
all
all
kind of
kind.
shit in Canton.
I mean, it's kind of a needle in a haystack, but you find some really great
And
things.
you find cool stuff, like stuff you
Yeah,
don't see everywhere.
it's just it would be so fun, and if especially if you're a collector or there's things that
Hmm.
you need for your house,
Hmm.
take your measurements and just have
Yeah,
an open mind. You never know what you can
that's
find.
true.
Um, you just kind of walking around and talking and get to know the
Yes,
person,
I
and
agree.
that's fun
And it's a
against
measure
a
of patience.
backdrop.
Are they overly
That's
cheap?
it. That's it. It's especially
Do they get a little
okay
miffed because it's
if
hot
if one
outside?
person is into it and the other one isn't. You're right. Seeing how patient someone, because
Um,
nothing ruins it more
There's someone
than
trying to
somebody is
rush
how
you.
long are you going to be? Do you need
As
that?
long as I need to be.
Okay, so that's a litmus
Now y'all know why
test.
I'm single. Because I'm like,
That's a litmus test,
it
really,
is. It really
because
is.
I have a friend who loves to antique, and her husband is so sweet about just shopping in general. He finds a perch,
And just
and
sits his
and
butt
he
there. I
sits there. He
love
brings a
that.
book.
I
He is
see. And he
so
was
he
ready.
doesn't however long it takes you. He's fine. Like he's not asking you to rush. He's not asking how much longer you're going to be. He's not asking where you're going to put that. He just is chill with it. So if you are a thrifter or
Hmm.
you like antiquing or something, this is a great
This is a
litmus
good
test
little
for your
test.
for this person,
It is.
because you're going to do that a lot. And if they, and it could be the guy, let's reverse it, whoever
Whoever it
is
is.
the,
Yeah, it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
how patient are they, um how willing are they to accompany you on something you enjoy?
That's
And
it.
maybe they're not
That's
too
it.
into it, but they just want to be with you.
That's it.
So
Don't say we haven't told you
that's a
anything.
good
That
test
is a
right
good measure,
there,
right?
so this might make or break it, but
Well,
it probably
better to know.
probably a good thing.
Better to know in advance.
And you can look online and find all kinds of, on YouTube, on videos of people going to Round Top and going to
Oh
Canton, so you
yes.
kind of get an idea if you've never
Of
been.
yes.
And
What to
it's
look
just
for, maybe
fun.
how
Be
much
wear
money you want to
comfortable
bring. Yeah.
shoes, dress weather appropriate.
Yes. If you want something kind of biggish, those collapsible wagons are great. It's always,
That's
or
great.
if you know, like, oh, I'm gonna pick up a few things. Those are so easy to
Yeah,
have because it's a flea
that
market.
is
Like,
that is
so
good.
those are good to
And
have.
in Round Top, they ship. So if you're coming from a
Do
ways, they
they?
do. They have shipping.
Oh,
So
fancy.
if you want, a special piece, or you need something in your home that takes up more space,
Okay.
they can
Hmm,
ship.
I
So
love that.
just it's a good idea.
It
It's
is.
they're, I believe, aren't they free to get into? Canton is,
Canton's
and I
free.
want to say Round Top is too. It doesn't
I have
cost
not
anything
been
to
in
actually
so long,
go, but
but
they have wonderful restaurants and things
hmm,
in Round Top. They do.
Canton does too.
Do
Canton has
they?
food
Okay.
trucks and
No, but well,
oh, you're talking
yeah,
restaurants. Okay.
go in restaurants,
Again, where we
all
differ.
kinds of fun things. So just go, make a day or a weekend of
And
it,
y'all may both love it, you may both
and let
hate it,
us
but just let us
know.
know.
Let
it's
us
it's something
know.
different. I like that sometimes, just
I
to be
do
like,
too.
oh, let's just try something
Yeah, it's
different.
just fun, something you've never done.
Yeah,
That
I
I
agree.
think that's fun.
It is fun. It is fun. Okay, for real this time, guys. Okay, thank you all for pulling up a chair and joining us for coffee. Please subscribe to Are You Free for Coffee podcast wherever you're listening. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode and find joy in the little things. Until next time.
Thanks.